Guys, today's story is such an inspiring story in Bomet County. Well, I have always told you this statement before. I am not in a bush. I am in a farm full of avocados. But once years ago, this was full of majani chai, which we call them tea. But well, where did the owner decide to unplant the tea and come into avocado farming? So that is what we are going to be unwinding today. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Farming has always been fun. My name is Kelvin Jiguna, your favorite host at Farming is Fun, and this has been Smart Foundation, Smart Mechanized Agriculture and Climate Action for Humanity and Sustainability. And kama kawaida, it is for a better future.
I'm Johnston Korir from Bomet East, avocado farmer as well as a tea farmer. But at the moment I'm specializing more so on avocados, because we have come to realize that avocado is paying more than tea. So here is my apiary for the bees. I later on thought of keeping bees to assist in pollination, because you know we cannot rely on wind alone. We must have bees to assist as well as wind as well. The idea of beekeeping I started last year, October. I think I'm about 4 or 5 months now old. I started with the traditional beehives. Okay, I started with tea sometime in the way back in 2001. I started with tea farming. And later on in the year 2013, when this idea of avocado came to our area, I started with about 40 plants here. And then the year 2019, I thought of increasing more. So right now I've got about 250, almost going up to almost 300 plants. No, with me here I've got 7 acres and about 4 acres. I planted 4 acres with avocado, almost 4, I think. Yeah. And then I've got my neighbors also here who are avocado farmers. They planted a lot. They are shifting from tea to avocado. We have got so many exporters who have been coming to our area, and they know our harvesting season. So from May, right from May up to July is when we have got a main season. And then from November to December, even part of January is the off season. The pricing is from 70 to 80, even to 90 shillings a kilo, depending on the season and the buyer. Varieties Hass, H-A-S-S. So they usually go for grade 12 to 24. And then before harvesting again, it is usually tested for dry matter. So the dry matter has to be measured first, so as to know whether the dry matter is enough to be harvested. First of all, I was working somewhere in Nairobi before I was re-engineered or retrenched in the year 1999. So when I came, I thought of planting tea, only to realize that there are so many things with tea. There are so many cartels, so many what. And then, so when this idea of avocado, we were introduced by, there was a mzee here at Mulot called Yugo, a Mzungu, who introduced us to avocado farm. We started with some few plants. I remember we exported 4,000 tons. That was our first expo. No, I started with the grafted avocado. You know, this one is more advantageous because with the traditional avocado, the indigenous. That was called the indigenous. At times, it doesn't produce. It can go for 1 year without anything. The difference is so big. You know, with bees, you can keep bees in a very small area. I'm encouraging youth to go to beekeeping because it is the easiest. And then you don't do anything, there is no irrigation, you don't give them water like livestock, you don't open them in the morning. I usually use it for my family use instead of blue band. It was on November when I harvested one beehive with 3 liters. 3 liters. So it is a traditional beehive. I think I will go to avocado, and then with the tea, no, I may cancel the business with the tea. With the tea, they are talking of 20 shillings a kilo right now. So you can see the difference. So 20 shillings per kilo, and then you have to go for somebody to come and pluck with 9 shillings. You remain with 11 shillings, 150 for fertilizer, you remain with 850. Your labor, your time wasting in the buying center, waiting for the lorry. How can I go without line for 1 year? Then with the avocados, the buyers usually come during the day. You negotiate, and then you go to the farm, and then the following day they come with the youths, harvest the fruits, and then you can even be paid for any advance that you ask for, depending on the volume that you have. But here with the avocado, I have not employed anybody. I am doing it at my own convenient time. I don't come very early in the morning. So otherwise, it's supposed to be pruned when it is 3 meters. 3 meters high. And even without pruning, it has to be opened. The pruning, it has to be open on the center to allow sunlight to penetrate to the stem. So pruning is so important. I usually encourage young people because according to the sizing of the land right now, not to go into the industry. Because if a young man can plant 20 avocado trees, he'll be okay and take care of it and apply manure evenly, he will be getting more good money. Because even with one avocado, you can see that when you can get 80 kilos per tree. So 80 kilos times 80 shillings, that is 6,000. 6,400. Do you know the Wasungu don't want this in organic manure, in fertilizer?
Oh, there is.
We have got ACDA, we have got the KEFIS people who are at the airport to check whether one has used wrong manure before they do any export. Main season starts from May up to July, and then off season starts from October way back to early January. Main season especially. You got 80 kilos, and then after 2 weeks you come for maybe another 50 kilos. Yeah, you visit the tree almost 3 times. That is with the main season. Before you go into the stubborn ones, the small ones, that goes for oil. Farming is better off, and it's really good. And especially farming with avocado farming. Because you know, there is no deduction. You are not deducted anything with the avocado. You apply your own manure from your cow, and then you don't do harvesting. Exporter come with his own people to harvest. With my age, I can't climb a tree, but they usually come with the young men. You can plant even 20 plants, and you get good money. And it will not even prevent you from walking anywhere. Even with me, I have got almost 10 trees I have given to one of my sons. And he's working somewhere. Then I usually weigh them and then send him the money. So it's a easy way of getting money for a better future.
Unfortunately guys, we've come to the end of today's video. What did you guys enjoy? Do let us know in the comment section down below, and we'll be very happy to respond to those comments. Us during the next video, we will integrate the comments that you bring here. So thank you so much guys for taking the time to watch the video to the very end. And my name is Kelvin Chuguna from Smax Foundation, and it is for a better future. Bye bye for now, and let's meet up next time. Same person but a different county, different farmer.